Hey everyone, and welcome. It is so great to have you here with us today. Welcome to Empower Fantastic Life. Find your power, live without limits. All right, let's just jump right in with a question that honestly gets to the very heart of everything. I want you to take a second and really think about how you make a living. The thing you do every day. Is it a job? Is it something where if you stop showing up, the money stops coming in? Or is it an asset? Something that has real, lasting value that you could actually pass on someday. Today, that's what we're talking about, the actual blueprint for building a true, durable asset. So, how do we even begin to think about this? Well, we're going to use what I like to call the architect's blueprint. And the core idea here is it's really simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Think of it this way. A job pays your bills this month. An asset, if you build it the right way, has the potential to pay your family's bills for generations to come. So let's figure out where you might be on that map right now. To get a clear picture, we can use this little framework called the ESBI quadrant. It's kind of like a financial X-ray. Over on the left side, you've got E for employee and S for self-employed. This is active income. It's where most of us start, right? You're trading your time directly for money. But on the right side, you've got B for business owner and I for investor. This is where you own a system or your money that works for you. And honestly, the whole game, the real goal for building long-term wealth, is figuring out how to journey from that left side over to the right. Okay, but hold on. Before any good architect starts dreaming up beautiful designs, they check the building codes. They check the foundation. Is it safe? Is it solid? And maybe most importantly, is it legal? So let's look at the history here, because in this business, it is absolutely critical. This model has been put through the ringer for over 60 years. Way back in 1959, the Independent Business Owners Association was formed to protect the rights of the people building these businesses. But the real moment of truth came in 1979. See, back then, a lot of people were confused about this kind of business. So in a huge, landmark case with Amway, the U.S. Federal Trade Commission drew a clear legal line in the sand. They officially separated this legitimate business model from illegal pyramid schemes, and that ruling's at the gold standard that's still used all over the world today. And here's exactly how they did it. That ruling created 3 super important rules, like guardrails. First, the 10-customer rule. It basically says you need to have at least 10 real customers to get your bonuses. This makes sure the focus is on selling great products, not just recruiting people. Second, the 70% rule. This prevents people from buying tons of inventory they can't sell. And third, and this one is huge, a risk-free buyback policy. The company will literally buy back your unsold products. It pretty much wipes out the financial risk. So we've got this solid legal foundation, right? It's completely above board. The whole structure is then held up by 2 massive pillars. First, you've got to have a world-class product that people actually want to buy again and again. And second, you need a profit blueprint that's fair and designed to create real, lasting wealth. So how can you tell if a product is actually world-class? For me, I always say, just look at the guarantee. The partner company we're talking about, Amway, offers a 180-day, 100% satisfaction guarantee. Stop and think about that. That's 6 months. What kind of company does that? It shows this unshakable confidence in their quality, and for you, it completely removes that social risk of, recommending something to a friend that doesn't work. And the engine driving that incredible confidence is their powerhouse brand, Nutrilite. We're talking about the world's #1 selling brand of vitamins and dietary supplements. These guys control everything from seed to supplement on their own nearly 6,000 acres of certified organic farms. They've got over 1,000 scientists and more than 800 patents. Look, this isn't just some clever marketing slogan. This is a fortress of quality. Okay, so we've got the legal side covered and the product pillar is rock solid. Now let's talk about that profit pillar. And really, the ultimate goal here, passive income. This is the magic stuff, right? It's the income that keeps coming in even when you're on vacation. It's like being a musician who gets a check every time their song plays on the radio. The work was done once, but the income keeps showing up. So how do you actually generate that kind of income here? Well, it boils down to something called the 6% leadership bonus. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine you're a master baker and you have this incredible secret recipe for the best bread in the world. You teach that recipe to an apprentice. They go off and open their own super successful bakery. Now, because you mentored them, the parent company pays you a 6% royalty on everything that bakery sells, forever. Now, what if you taught 10 people? See? That is how you architect a true inheritable asset. Now, a blueprint on paper is one thing. It can look amazing.
But we need proof that the building can actually stand the test of time. Does this thing really work out in the real world through economic changes, through generations? The proof, as they say, is in the pudding. And in this case, the proof is a person. This is Steve Victor. His grandfather, Joe, was one of the original founders of the Business Association back in '59. The business asset he built was passed down to his kids, and now Steve is the first ever third-generation leader to achieve a major level of success. Folks, that is not a theory from a textbook. That is living, breathing proof that this asset is real, it's durable, and it's truly inheritable.
All right, so it's a classic, right? A 65-year-old building with a proven track record. But I know what you might be thinking. Does a building that old really work in our crazy, digital, smartphone-obsessed world? And the answer is a resounding yes, because it has gone through a massive, top-to-bottom digital renovation. Just look at the difference. The old way sometimes meant stocking inventory in your garage. Not anymore. Now, it's zero inventory. You used to have to personally deliver products. Now, the company handles all of the logistics. Sales used to be mostly face-to-face. Now, it's about sharing links and stories on social media through simple apps. All those old barriers that used to exist, they've just been completely removed. It's been transformed into a sleek, modern social commerce business. But does this new digital model actually work? Are people still interested? Well, the numbers don't lie. In Taiwan, which is one of the top 6 markets in the entire world for this business, they just hit a record-breaking 12.5 billion Taiwan dollars in revenue in 2023. And get this, that's after 7 straight years of growth. So this modernized blueprint isn't just surviving, it is absolutely thriving in the digital age. And this brings us full circle, right back to where we started. So I'll ask you again, but with everything we've just discussed in mind, take a hard, honest look at what you pour your life into every day. What is its shelf life? Is it going to disappear the moment you stop working? Or are you on the construction site of your own life right now, architecting something that will last? Are you building a position or are you building an asset? You've been listening to Empower Fantastic Life, Jaeger Empowerment Academy. See you next time. Bye-bye.